Greetings, Iain from RTO. Now, before we start our classic album today, one of two of you have been asking about Rocky. Now, obviously, I haven't been doing live streams, which will start up again on the beginning of August. I think it's 4th of August. But Charles, who's been sent out a search party for him, well, he's still here, and here he is. He's still around. He's not a morning dog, so you won't hear him much in the mornings, but I'm sure when we start the live stream he'll be back on form. So say hello to the world, Rocky, and say, I'm still here, I'm just looking after Dad. Right, I'm going to put him down now because he'd just been out, so there you go. Goodbye. So that's to say that Rocky's still about, and he's gone straight back to his little cubby hole under the computer table, which is nice and cool for him. So today's classic album, and this is of an artist that should have gone on to do big things, but sadly she was taken away from us at that age of 27, joined the group of singers, pop stars that died at 27. We're talking about Amy Winehouse and her album Back to Black. Born Amy Jane Winehouse on the 14th of September 1983, and sadly passed away on the 23rd of July 2011. She was known for her deep and expressive controlled alto vocals and her electric mix of music genres including soul, rhythm, blues and jazz. She was a member of the National Youth Orchestra, and then she signed to Simon Fuller's 19 Management in 2002. She's recorded 2 albums, and then they released a posthumous compilation album which featured unreleased songs and covers and demos selected by Mark Ronson and the Winehouse family. So we're going to concentrate on her second and final album, Back to Black, released on the 27th of October 2006 by Island Records. This album was based on her relationship with her then ex-boyfriend and future husband Blake Vilder Seville. So this is the in between that separation, lots of guilt, grief, heartbreak. Very strong album. So on here we've got obviously Amy Winehouse doing vocals, and she plays guitar on a few of the tracks. We've got Nick Moveshon on the bass guitar, Homer Steinweiss on drums, Thomas Brennick on guitars, Binky Griptite on guitar, Victor Axelrod on piano, and Will Whitson. First track on here is the brilliant Rehab, one of their classic tracks. Great bass line on this, very 60s sounding. Amy's vocal on this is great, really good song. You know I'm No Good, very 60s. Her vocal on this is very Dusty Springfield to me. It's just a great track, really like that track. Me and Mr. Jones, this is one of her finest vocal performances on this album. Perfect vocal. It's got that jazz bluesy feel to it. It's an absolute belter of a track. Just Friends. Now this has got a bit of a reggae feel to it. Again, Amy's vocal on this is just amazing. Great track, without a doubt. Then we get my favourite track, and it's the title track, Back to Black. This is my favourite song by Amy Winehouse, full stop. In this again, she reminds me so much of Dusty Springfield. I'm surprised they never asked Amy to sing a Bond theme. Certainly better than some of the rubbish that we've had lately. I think she'd have been perfect, and I think if she'd have not left us, if they hadn't have given her a Bond theme, it would have been criminal, because she had got the voice to do it. She's certainly better than some. I'm not going to name any singers, but there's one that seems to is a bit of a prima donna now, and it's all about me, me, me. Wonder who that is. And then there's that person that was another. There's a guy, whatever he wants to be today. Dulled vocals. I think Amy should have done some Bond. Anyway, next track is called Love Is a Losing Game. Great jazzy song this is. Tell her what music she liked singing. You know, this jazzy blues feel to it. It's terrific. It's probably why I like this album, because it's a poppy jazz thing, and Mark Ronson, who produced this, did a great job on this. Then we get Tears Dry on Their Own. Very catchy tune, lovely melody, great playing from the guys on this, and then you just throw in Amy's singing, and it's a really strong track. Wake Up Alone, great track. Nice, slow, sentimental sort of track. It's just a great track. Then we get some Unholy War. The bass line really adds to this. Got some great guitar vocals as well. Very Red Hot Chili Pepper sort of sound to this. It's really good. It Can Only Hold Her, another good track. Poppy with some nice trumpet in it. Great track. Really like that track. The last track, Addicted. Again, this could have been sung by any of them great female singers of the 60s. Petula Clark, Dusty, even Sheila. It's a great track, and Amy's vocal on this is superb. I think this is one of the greatest albums of the noughties. It's a legacy of Amy Winehouse. It's the best album she ever made, and I think she'd have made even stronger albums. She just had a fantastic voice. Played the guitar as well, so she wasn't just. She could sing, she could play guitar, and she wrote. She would have become a living legend, I think. She'd have put some of the other female singers to shame. But sadly, it was not to be. This album did have a lot of impact though. Got to #1 in 20 countries. It's amazing. 14 times platinum. 14 times platinum in the UK. Unbelievable. United States, it went 2 times platinum. You know how finicky Americans can be about their music. That's amazing. Europe, 8 times platinum. Unbelievable. I mean, it was sold in excess of 16 million copies, this album. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10. Okay, that's all for today. I'm now off to put this together and celebrate Lee's birthday. It's great having a friend that's got a birthday on the 4th of July. I think the best one we ever did was 4th of July 1990, because we was at Wembley Stadium watching the Rolling Stones. Pretty cool. day to spend Independence Day on, watching the Stones at Wembley. Excellent. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow. We've got the final part of the Ronnie James Dio story, and tomorrow I'll be looking at the albums of Dio. And tomorrow's retro ranking is a great little pop band of the 60s. It featured one of the greatest singers, in my opinion. That's Cass Elliot. So tomorrow I'll be looking at my favourite songs by the Mamas and Papas. Okay, if you're just watching this for the first time because you're a big Amy Winehouse fan, as I say, we don't just cover rock, we cover pop, we've done reggae, we do any good sort of good music. So if you like, give me a thumbs up, comment, or even subscribe, and don't forget to forget to hit that bell. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great 4th of July, especially if you are American. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.